I would like to welcome all of you to class today. Everything we talk about today will deal with writing. There will be 3 parts to our agenda. You can follow along in our PowerPoint slides. For our academic notes, we're talking about writing, academic style of writing. Then we're going to be learning about SLIC's threshold concepts, which are the overall arching goals of English 1010 and 2010. And then finally, research about writing process. So first of all, what is academic writing? Academic style, there are things that you can do before you start writing and also as you write. So academic style addresses more of rhetorical elements of who's your audience, what is your purpose, what rules do I follow for that particular audience, such as MLA, APA style. It asks you to address your assignments and read the prompt, pay attention to the verbs, develop thesis sentences, use research to support your ideas, and then ultimately as you write, you are going to follow the voice evidence paragraph and argument details at the bottom of this slide. One of the things about academic writing is it moves us away from our informal conversational tone into a more polished or published form of writing. So if you look at this slide, you'll be able to see similar statements in informal and academic writing and the differences between the two of them. As you look in the academic writing, you'll see that the wording's much more precise and clearly identifies content rather than generalized terms, which happens a lot when we speak. Here are some more elements of academic versus informal writing, so please refer to each of the contents of these slides as well. Another thing about academic writing, we have a purpose behind the work, and so I'd like you to practice academic writing, and it says to write a sentence with at least 15 words with 3 of the words on this list in each sentence. So pause the video and in your academic notes do that.
Hey teachers, if you're involved in the Faculty Advisory Council, we are meeting.
The next thing that I would like you to do is pull out your writing from the,
Thank you.
I'm sorry, we had start over. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to class today. Hopefully all is well with you. As you can see from the opening slide, today we're going to be talking about writing process, analyzing our own writing process, and learning some research behind what makes good writers. To do so, our class is divided into 3 components. For academic notes, we're going to be talking specifically about academic style and how to write that way. Then we'll be moving into threshold concepts from Salt Lake Community College. These are the 6 concepts that are the overarching goals of English 1010 and 2010. And finally, we will move into analyzing your own writing practices. So first off, what is academic writing? Please pull out your academic note sheets and take some notes from each of these slides. One of the things with academic style is we spend more time before we start writing to think about purpose, audience, what my voice should be, what rules do I follow. We also will write more thesis sentences and use more scholarly data as we write. Another thing about academic writing is we move away from conversational words on pages to more polished words. So please go through this slide and the next one to look at how our language can become more precise when we speak in academic writing. In your academic notes, I'd like you now to do a little exercise. I want you to construct a sentence that has at least 15 words in it, and within that sentence, use 3 of the words from this list. To do so, you're going to find that your writing shifts from a more easy to write to more of crafted words on text. The other thing I'd like you to do before you put away your academic notes is to pull out what you have written so far and assess what your writing style has been. Have you been writing in an academic style, or has it been more conversational? If you think about papers that you write in college, they will want you to move to a more academic style. So for today's lesson, homework at the end of the day, that's going to be one of the main goals when you craft your response. Next, as I'd like to talk to you today about Salt Lake Community College goals for English 1010 and 2010. Spend some time on this page learning about what a threshold concept is. There are 3 bullets that you will notice. The first one is transformational, which basically means that anything you learn in this class can be used in other classes as well. It doesn't have to be an English class, that the content for writing can be transferred to other settings. The next one, irreversible. Irreversible means that these are universal truths about writing, and at different stages of our lives, they really do not change. And the third one, troublesome. What that means is we should be a little bit unsettled in our writing, that when we look at it, not necessarily that we're nervous about what we write, but more so that we always look at it from a critical point of view, that we're not accepting of just any words on the page. Those threshold concepts will be what drives English 1010 and 2010. The content, however, is different. And so if you look at the next slide, these are the 6 threshold concepts. Please review them because it, again, drives all the lessons that I put together for English 1010 and 2010. This slide will talk about the difference and similarities between English 1010 and 2010. So this slide is more of both of them, what we do in both classes when it comes to research, process skills, and revision skills. And this one will talk about the differences between English 1010 and 2010. So English 1010 is more of learning how to think, learning the process of composing, and focusing specifically on rhetorical strategies. But you'll notice in 2010, we move into more of multiple genres where we move away from just essay writings to more of workplace writings. The next thing I'd like to talk to you about is writing process, some theories behind writing. If you look at the slide, you can see that writing process is not a linear activity where we start with pre-writing and end with publication. We're jumping around a lot, and research has told us that that is the best way to write. In class, what we're going to do today is interview a classmate about some of these questions on this slide. So I'd like you at home to think about these questions with your writing habits. So pause this video and look over them before you move to the next slide. This slide shows you some research of differences between unskilled and skilled writers. Hopefully you have some of habits of skilled writers on this list. If not, there's no way that in every writing assignment that you can move from completely being unskilled to completely skilled writing. So I always tell students to pick one specific aspect that a skilled writer will do with each unit writing assignment that we're working on, and become better at that before we try to cover everything on the skilled writers slide. Research has told us that in order to become better writers, we should do these 3 things. Fluency, write all the time. Just sit down and spend some time writing in a journal. make writing a part of your everyday routine. Form. Learn what is required for certain forms of writing. For example, a simple illustration is when you think of a letter, sending a business letter to someone. Learn what is acceptable and unacceptable in those kind of settings. And finally, correctness. It's our job as writers to clean up the act, making sure that we have proved not only punctuation and grammar, but our language is the best that it can be for the reader. You will hear me use the word recursive a lot in this class. I've mentioned this previously on a couple slides before. Writing is a recursive activity. I'd like you to pause this video and click on this open classroom article and learn more about recursive writing. Another thing about writing is that we should be open to multiple drafts of the same writing assignment. This video shows a quick picture of President Obama when he was going into Selma. When he was on Air Force One, he was going over the 5th draft of that speech, and you can see right on his 5th draft, he continually added more revisions, and that's one of the things that made him such a good public speaker and writer. The next thing is to think of good writing habits. You will get better at this, so please look over this list as well. There are a lot of misconceptions about writing, and which are not true. For example, number 1, it says many students believe writing requires a natural talent, genius, or inspiration, that writers are just born that way. That's not true. They work at writing. Another misconception is we always think that the finished product is what writing's all about, but it's the process that's in between that turns us into better writers. And finally, we have this attitude that great writers love writing. No one really loves writing because it's such hard work. Good writers, however, or great writers, are ones that have taken time to learn what revision is all about. Another thing I want you to think about is moving from whatever writing classes or writing experiences you've had in high school to a college class. It's not just like it's 1 year more difficult. There is a huge gap between 12th grade and higher education forms of writing, so you'll really have to step up your game. Another thing, in our Canvas lesson today, I have several examples of great writing. I'd like you to pause this video and read all 3 of them, and after each one, think, what can I learn from these writers? Another thing, I have a video clip with some powerful message about writers. It comes from an awesome movie that some of you may have seen, Freedom Writers. This is an excerpt from it. Please click on this video and watch it. And then finally, for your homework, I'd like you to think about your writing. You're going to be writing a 1 to 2 or typing a 1 to 2 page reflection, analyzing your writing habits and experiences with writing. Before you begin, however, I want you to think about what is your audience for this assignment, what is your purpose, and what have we learned about writing so far that can help you today to write this response better. I'd also like you to think about academic writing, and for this one, I'm going to expect you to write it in an academic style. So that's all for today. I'm just about out of time anyway on my video prompts. So hopefully you have a good day, and we'll see you next time.